2024.
Welcome back to the Geelong Abroad channel, commencing season 2024. Today we are doing our way too early All-Australian predictions. Please be aware that a lot of number crunching and thoughtful analysis has gone into the creation of this team. Let's start with the full back line. For my starting back pocket, I'm going to go for a largely under-recognised player that goes by the name of Andrew McGrath. I think he provides great run off the back line, and whilst he's not a lockdown defender, he's going to have a great 2024 under the coaching of Brad Scott. For my fullback position, I'm going to go with a guy who's well renowned in the game that goes by the name of Harris Andrews. He possesses elite athleticism, a great one-on-one defender, and a great intercept mark. I think he's going to have a sensational season 2024. For my other back pocket, I'm going to go safe and choose James Sicily, a well-renowned player in the competition, one of the best backmen in the comp, and he's going to have another great season 2024. There's no doubt in my mind that he'll be an All-Australian if he can stay healthy. Now for the half-back line. My first half-backman, I'm going to go for a guy who's largely under-recognised in the competition that goes by the name of Connor Iden. I think he's going to have a stellar season 2024. He showed glimpses of his potential to provide run and marking off the half-back line in the preliminary final against Collingwood. And I think he's going to continue that form into season 2024. For my centre half back, I'm going to go for a guy who's yet to be an All-Australian. However, I think that's going to change next season. His name is Sam Taylor, another elite one-on-one defender of the competition. Sam Taylor won 60% of his one-on-one contests last year. I think with that type of form, he's going to beat out Darcy Moore for the centre half back spot in this coming season, and will prove himself to be the best key defender in the AFL. My other back flank, no surprises here. Tom Stewart has been a sensational player since he's entered the league, really, and I think nothing's going to change in season 2024. He's still got a couple more good years left in him until he hangs up the boots. Now let's get on to the midfield. For my first winger, I'm going to go for Errol Goulden. It'd be impossible to leave him out after his sensational polling in the Brownlow last year. And I think with time, he's only going to get better. An elite user of the ball and a sensational player for Sydney. For my other wingman, I'm going to go for Bailey Smith, who I think is shaping up for a great year next year. He's underperformed recently. However, I feel like with his work ethic and his drive to succeed, it's only a matter of time until he's voted an All-Australian, and I think that year will be next year. Now let's get on to the on-ballers. Ruckman, once again, no surprise. I think this is his final year as an All-Australian. It's going to be Max Gawn. He's proven that he gets better with age, and his ability to simply dominate games from a ruckman, taking marks and getting disposals around the ground, makes him an unstoppable force. So Max Gawn is my ruckman for 2024. When it comes to on-ballers, I'm going to keep it relatively safe. Bontempelli and Petrarca are locks for me in 2024. My final midfielder will be a guy who goes by the name of Noah Anderson. He polled very well in the Brownlow last year. I think he's going to continue his ripping form and get into All-Australian selection in this next season. No doubt a star for the future. Onto the half-forward line, and we're going to be starting this off with our half-forward flank. A controversial selection for some. However, I think Harley Reid will be an All-Australian in his first year. Playing that mid-half forward role, I think he'll get a spot in the half-forward flank. Simply a dynamic player with the power and athleticism he possesses. Centre half forward, and I'm going to go for the two-time Coleman medalist, Charlie Curnow, who's going to have another great year as long as he can stay healthy. Some may consider my first forward pocket selection controversial. However, this guy has proven to be a goal kicker in the competition. His name is Tyson Stengel. He's already been an All-Australian. Had a poor year last year. However, I think he's going to recapture that form of 2022 and be an All-Australian once again, kicking over 50 goals for me and having a number of goal assists. Our next full forward is a guy who I firmly believe will kick over 80 goals next season. Yes, 80 goals. Jamarra Ugle-Hagan has proven that he has the potential to be the best player in the AFL. What's holding him back? Well, consistency. I think it's finally time for Ugle-Hagan to dominate the competition. And my final forward pocket selection? Well, this should come to a surprise to no one. Bobby Hill, the reigning Norm Smith medalist, will be an All-Australian in season 2024. He's proven to have traits of the likes of Cyril Rioli and Tyson Stengel, and that's why. To the bench. First bench player will be Nick Dacos. This selection may seem crazy to some, who would have Dacos in their All-Australian starting team in a heartbeat. However, I think he may suffer from a number of tags from the competition this year, from the likes of Finn McGuinness, who will shut him down and nullify his impact. That being said, he's proven to be a superstar of the competition, so he'll still find a spot in my All-Australian. My next selection is Jeremy Cameron. As long as he can be a consistent goal kicker, we'll find a spot in the All-Australian side. And my final two, well, they're the Port Adelaide's bright future, Connor Rozee and Zach Butters, which should be a surprise to none, as these two have already proven to be great players. Hope you enjoyed this week's instalment of Geelong Abroad.